Virgo. How you doing, Virgo? Or life path number 9. I'm hearing practicality. Should I stay? Should I go? How far to go? Fargo. Is it too far to go? Is it too far to come? Should I stay? Should I go? Should I come? Should I not? So it's around a Pisces. But should I stay? Should I go? Should I leave? Should I stay? Should I go? Should I come? Will they come? Do they not come? Will they come? There seems to be a lot of coming and a lot of thinking and coming to America, coming to a show near you. When will they show up? Will they show up? Won't they show up? Will they? Won't they? Why? Will they? There's a lot of thinking going on here. I'm just putting it that way. There seems to be this where I'm trying to get you a direct message. Something about direct line. Something about Leo or an Aquarius 8 placement, and a direct line. Like I need a direct answer, or I need to know. It's kind of like I need to know something. There's something that I need to know that I don't know. Well, that's normally a 9 all over the place. That one thing that I don't know yet is kind of like that one thing that I don't know about Steve or King or a Lion or a Leo. But that one thing that I don't know is leading to more energies of like, well, I don't know yet because I'm not sure what the possibilities are of this being anything or something. It's kind of like that, the impossible to make it possible. Like, is this going to be impossible or will it actually be possible? Okay. And there seems to be a lot of energy of thinking, but then also like practicality. Like, in order to make this happen, I need to think more practically. It could be around a Taurus, Sagittarius. They had that in the Taurus reading. But like, because some of that, majority of that was around leaving a husband and a wife. And it's kind of that situation here. Should I leave? Should I stay? Should I leave Elijah, you're just bluffing still. But there's a lot of this blind man's bluff around Libra, around a 2 energy of like, well, I'm actually blind, so I don't know. Unless you really are blind, like a blind dog or a guide dog. Well, that would also be a description of Virgo. So Fargo, Virgo, is it too far to go? I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of distance here. Like, I don't know if you're distancing yourself from somebody, or like there's a lot of distance of possible but impossible, but trying to make it possible. Kind of like I can't pick up a direct signal for you channeled wise. It seems like that energy of a lot of thinking about how is it ever possible to make the impossible possible. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, this could be you, could be the other person, but it feels like an impossible mission, right? An impossible mission around Chuck Norris. Was it Chuck? No, that was Tom Cruise, right? But like the impossible. I can't pick up on a clear signal. Claire, the name Claire, or signal. Just give me a signal to come into land, right? Like a flag, or like red flags, or going to red flags, or burgers, or food. I don't know. I'm getting a very mixed signal of like, I don't know if I'm reading into this right, or if I'm... See, Taurus, Sagittarius had this. Taurus can also be a Sagittarius. You can also watch this as a life path 9. If you don't know anything about what I'm speaking about, you can check the videos below. I nearly said Leo Aquarian, Virgo. This like practical type sort of Fargo. Like, it was around a divorce, and should I go? Should I stay? Should I leave it? Should I continue on this path or not? Will they or will they not? Should I or should I not? Do they love me? Do they love me not? But more of a practicality of like practical. Trying to make a mission that could well be like a... I don't know. It's like trying to make the manifestation of a dream practical. And it's kind of like head up in the clouds dream. But in order to make that dream come true, there needs to be something first. So it's kind of like that, what come first, the chicken or the egg? So it's a little bit like that, chasing a dragon or chasing my tail, right? And like, I just seem to be going around in circles trying to think of possibilities that whether this dream will actually physically manifest itself into a practical decision. So somebody here might start coming out of a dream energy and start thinking more practically of why that was around a Sagittarian Taurus energy or a 5 through their message. And it was a lot around this, okay, I've got a desire and a dream, and there it is, and I've kind of got it in my vision of what it is that I want to happen and what I see as a perfect ending, right? But Virgo energies of 9 they never get that energy of a perfect ending because it's a 9 energy, it's not a 10, right? So it's kind of like that. At the moment, I'm stuck in limbo, right? I'm in limbo. And there's one thing that I feel that I need to know, but until that happens, I can't make a decision. So it's kind of like this distancing or bringing together energy. And it's like, I can't make a true decision of whether this is going to be forever or not because of the one thing that hasn't happened yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, in the other reading, that was a lot to do with around divorce and travel, but mainly around divorce and people that were all in long-term standing commitments, marriages, blah, 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 so on and so forth, within their soul reading, right? Soul group reading. So, this energy now of Virgo, because some of you are married, you know, you're still in the same, like Elijah, blah, 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 not married, but still in the same scenario, been doing it for fucking ever, still bluffing, still doing the same thing, nothing changing. Nothing changes. You really could be dealing with a Scorpio, right? And it was a lot to do with Taurus, Scorpio, North Node, South Node, blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of appearing up in your reading, but I really do not want to go over that again. Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, some of you have just been going over the same thing for ages. Okay, so Virgo. Will this ever happen? Will this ever... Because some of you could have met someone or something like that, right? And it's kind of like this dream that I have. And it's like, in order for it to be able to like physically make this happen, there needs to be one thing that needs to happen first before we can really make a full, like, extended energy of it being practical. So before anybody up in this reading can make a true decision of 10 being happiness, which would be like a Piscean of 10 of Cups, but like, to make that physically happen, there has to be that one thing that has to happen first before it can lead to anything that is fulfilling enough for it to be tangible of practical thinking, right? So that can be a Virgo energy as well, because you're earth signs of 9 or even life path of 9. So you would try to think more of a dream energy of out there up in the dream state, but like to be able to bring that really down into to fruition of something that's practical that would be lasting or not lasting, there needs to be this one meeting of something first before a decision can really be made of anything out of the energy of paranoia, right? Out of paranoia. So Ozzy Osbourne, someone from Australia. But there has to be this, that's all they keep saying, but you had that for ages through 9s. There has to be that one thing first before. Okay. So I can feel other energies here, so I don't really want to embarrass people here. Because some people have been blocked from certain things. Okay, they've been blocked. That does not mean try to find me on social media. Right? Because some energies here have already been told no, but they're still not giving up. And that's why that came in the Taurus / Sagittarian reading, where some people are in complete denial. Okay? Or Daniel, Dan or Danielle or something. Libra energy. And that was in the Taurus reading. You'll need to watch the Taurus reading extended. And also the advice given through the YouTube reading, because it's there. Okay. That 5 placement is here somewhere, but the advice is there to be taken. And it is something like for the takings. Like, is it up for taking or not? Well, if a person's given you an answer of no, you've had it. If you've been blocked, you've had it. Okay, you've had your answer already. So any of you out there that are floating all up in metaphysical land, that you've had answers already, and those answers have either been where it's blocked and you haven't had one, or someone hasn't replied to something that you've asked and they've asked, and it's blocked, you've had your answer already. There you go. Some of you have got an answer that wants answering, but the other person may or may not be able to answer that. This is, man, there's a lot of energy around me here also through this. Just saying. Because this is also, because I've had a lot of tarot card readings, I've got to say, I've had a lot of tarot card readings. And many people that I've had tarot card readings with just lately have had Virgo placements. They've had Virgo placements. And it's been energies of talking about gang stalking and fucking God knows what else, and a lot of crazy fucking behaviour. A lot of crazy fucking stuff. Not saying about personal readings, just on about fucking Brit and everybody else. You're all up in here, Virgos. Like, just a lot of crazy fucking energy. And well, it's been your moon thing, right? It's been Virgo. And I've noticed that by a lot of Virgo energies coming my way. Right? A lot of stuff where I've had to fucking tell people. So, like, no matter what your tarot card reading has been, if it's been with me, you've kind of had your answer there. You've had your answer. So some of you, this is around tarot card readings and stuff like that, and you've had your answer already. That has been the answer. Right? But some of you are still doing it. Some of you are still doing it. So whatever answer it is that I've given a lot of you just lately through your tarot readings, if you've had that answer, my spirit is saying you haven't took any notice of it and you're still doing it. You're still doing it. Right? That's what my spirit is saying. So there's a hell of a lot of denial up in here. There's a hell of a lot of denial. You know, there really is. And there's a lot of blocked energy. And there is also a lot of possible, impossible missions of one thing that has to happen first. But for some of you, not all of you, for some of you, if you've had that answer already, your answer's there. If that's been a no, you've had your answer. Okay, if that's been a yes, that's been your answer. If you've had tarot card readings and you've had your answer, you've had your answer. If there are possibilities of future energies here, there's one thing that stands in the way of that, and that could be a meeting. That could be a meeting, because it's that energy of, like, nines can always feel emotionally satisfied until they get that one thing, which means that I'm going to keep chasing this one rainbow down until the end of fucking time, until I get it, right? But there needs to be this one energy that's missing before it can give an answer of, like, yeah, 100%. Like, 100%, there's one thing missing from that. Whatever that is that comes up for you, I got no idea. Could be around Scorpio. Or Aries. Okay, Scorpio, Aries. Okay, but if all of you have been going on this for a fucking ages, you know, for ages and ages and ages, because if I'm honest, God's honest truth, and I ain't going to lie, I can feel a hell of a lot of PTSD trauma and spiritual traumatic PTSD, spiritual PTSD. Which means that it is not, and you had this for fucking ages, a long time ago, where I said it was depression. It was physical signs of depression, or physical signs of things that can't be answered through tarot card readings, which means PTSD, which means trauma, which means that you could have had your answer fucking ages ago, a long time ago, and you missed the ticket, and you're still doing it. Like, you're still doing it. And, like, a lot of stuff can't be cured by a tarot card reading or a reader, because it would be PTSD and trauma. Okay, PTSD and trauma. So it would mean counselling. Right, counselling. Drug counselling. If it's drug addiction, drug counselling. You know, a tarot card reader is not a drug, well, I mean, even though I used to be, but I don't do this for everybody. But I got swarmed. Oh, man, this is right up in here, man. The fucking... Oh, God. You need counselling. Counselling, not spiritual stuff. Counselling. Doctors. The doctors. Like, relief from fucking narcissism, gaslighting, you know, fucking trauma, PTSD, fucking, I don't know, Mental health. Mental health. You'll need to see a mental health professionalist for a lot of you. If you've been searching for all of these answers through tarot and you've never had it, and you've never dropped it because you're still searching for it, and you've never had it, it requires divorce, doctors, fucking, you know, going to social services, children involved, going to social services, getting divorced, woman's refuge, counselling, physical, not metaphysical. You've got to come out the metaphysical. It's not everything is spiritual. Not everything. No. It means that I need fucking help from a doctor. Fucking anxiety, panic attacks. Fucking, like, I don't know. I'm seeing aliens. I'm seeing fucking dark energies in the trees. Another person. I'm being gang stalked by dark people in the trees that I haven't seen. Some of you got PTSD. Some of you, honestly, you're riddled with PTSD up in here. Riddled with it. I can feel it. It's such an uncomfortable energy. It really is. Because it makes me not be able to speak. You know, when I get these energies around me, I'm an empathic reader amongst many, right? Amongst a lot of energies of being a medium and everything. And Cynthia, Steve, Sarah, Sassy, whatever, right? S's. But I keep feeling this energy that's here, that's like people with such dark energy inside of them. For me, I would be like, oh, no. That's like a raven fucking lunatic dark empath coming my way. Right? So I'll be like, no. You don't need spiritual stuff. You'll need a doctor. You'll need fucking counselling. Marriage counselling. Woman's refuge. Fucking going to the... You got children, blah, blah, blah. You just get divorced. You know... You need to go to social services, protection of children. But some of you just make this shit up and believe it through this gang stalking bollocks that's been coming my way for a while. That I said, please never ever mention that word in front of me. Because it's fucking jargon. People all spiritually jargoned. I had another one. Someone sending me a link that ended up getting deleted in the trash bin. A link to my channel with children all over it. Like I have a YouTube channel with my kids. All over YouTube, publicly put out on YouTube, with my mum, being the mum, leaving a written note in a book saying, please save me from the Queen of Wands. Whatever kind of fucking jargon is that? Right? Please, I'm giving off signals of people helping me because I'm riddled with fucking narcissism and traumatic experiences that are not where I have to list that as... Please save me from the Queen of Wands. I am the Empress. Like fucking ground yourselves and bring yourself back down to earth. You know, for a lot, because honestly, it's here. I wouldn't be speaking about it if it wasn't. Right, bring yourselves back down to earth. Stop adding like jargon and trying to like hip up like tarot card readings. Started off a long time ago with people like Tyler and stuff. Nothing against Tyler, but like, who's stalking? Who's spying on you? Right? And then like it doesn't. In here it means a child, it means a friend, it means a person, it means I'm thinking and manifesting from PTSD and trauma. So too much thinking, not enough action to follow it up with. All I'm doing is thinking. What am I manifesting? More thoughts, more dark thoughts. I've been watching people that have been talking about witchcraft and watching tarot card readers that tell you about how to manifest dark energy into a fucking egg. Or physically how to like get rid of dark energy by focusing it into a bowl of fucking water. Honestly, come back in 5 years' time and tell me if any of that has really fucking helped. No. You're thinking negatively. Okay, you're thinking about dark energies. Some of you are physically seeing like dark shadows all up in the trees and believe that you're being gang stalked. Gang stalking. Really? I've said it to multiple people. It's up in your energy here. I'm sorry, but it annoys me. It really does. Right. Okay, now, bruv. Don't go on multimedia. Delete your goddamn fucking Facebook if it's that goddamn traumatic. Right? Fucking don't put anything out where it's public. Right? If it's a thought, it's just a thought. It's PTSD. Right? If a tarot card reader tells you, whoa, they're stalking the fucking shit out of you. If you're watching this, you're spying on another person to see what they're doing without asking. So all you're manifesting is spiritual PTSD of fuck all. You're just up in the head. It's all head. all in this reading energy here is all in my head. It's all PTSD. It's trying to make things believe, adding jargon on. They're spying on you. They're stalking you. Okay, let's put gang on the front of stalking. Now they're gang stalking me. Fucking move, Felicia, if these people are standing outside of your door going, I'm stalking you and I'm watching you. There is this weird energies in the background now, like Brett and stuff. Like, I'm like fucking weird people, bruv. Strange. It's very fucking unnerving, trust me. For someone like me, I'll be like, ooh, okay, that's fucking weird. Like I said, y'all said, well, I need to protect my energy of an empath. That's exactly what I do. Protect my energy from a feeling of darkness that comes towards me. Crazy speaking, crazy talking. I'll be like, what do you want me to do about that? You know, I'm not getting involved with the darkness in you that comes towards me. Fuck no, I'll protect my energy. Me. Straight up, I would come first. No, I'm protecting my energy, bruv. From loonies. No. Right. No. So, you could be going through this. I don't know what I'm talking about or why it's here. But it's a message for some people. Take it or leave it. Right? Take it or leave it. Take it or leave Lee. You're bluffing. You've had that for the last 3 years. Leave Lee. Still ain't doing it. You're bluffing your ass off. You're just staying put, doing the same thing. Same day, same day. Sorry, Virgo. This is where Virgo starts saying, Steve, you've got a problem with Virgos, haven't you? Of course I'm fucking in. Of course I haven't. To be quite honest with you, I don't really know many sun signs of Virgos, to be honest with you. I really don't. But yeah, I can feel like bipolar, craziness, crazy speaking. Fucking, I don't know, like literal bipolar, like not spiritual stuff, like very weird energy. I don't know. 14, I'm staying out of it. Leave me out of it. 14th until the 21st for Virgo. For Virgo, from the 14th until the 21st of September for Virgo. Six of Swords, Gemini, more than likely. Could be a Capricorn energy, but Gemini. Number 6. Moving on up, I'm moving on out. Time to break free, nothing can stop me, yeah. So nothing can stop you. Yeah, this came up in the last one, Taurus. This train won't stop. This train won't stop me. This train won't stop there anymore. Believe in miracles. Can't remember the lyrics, but listen to that. This train won't stop. This train, because like now I'm not stopping. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. Just give me a call. Don't stop me now. So someone's definitely moving on with motivation here. But you do have some very strange energies with, not all of you are going to suffer through fucking PTSD. But I do definitely feel it there in the background. What's the 14th until the 21st for Virgo? Knight of Cups, my knight in shining armour, Prince Charles. Oh, someone from Britain. But like, yeah, Little Britain. But like, well, I'm going to give you a chance to reconcile. No, Brit. Here, but yeah, it's something here around. I'm hearing phone a friend or phone someone. Phones for you. You might work for a company of where you're buying a new phone, or you are phoning someone all the time, or it's ET, right? But yeah, the Mandela effect. ET phone home. No, he didn't. He said home phone. If you listen, well, like I'm phoning you from home. Home from home. Home alone. I'm phoning you when you're on your own. If you're on your own, can I give you a phone? Is what I'm hearing. Can I buy you a phone? Or can I throw you a phone party? Or like, if you're home, can I give you a call? Because I just called to see how much I care. I do. I just called to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. But it's a night. It's a Knight of Cups. It's a possibility. It's speaking, sure. But it's not everlasting love. Right by my side. You to be my bride. Bryony. You've now gone from every piece of social media, now trying to find me on Facebook. I don't know why. 14th until the 21st. 14th until the 21st for Virgo. 3 Pisces all up in it. What are they doing? Talking to someone else, more than likely. Turned their back on some of you. Here. Right. Now I'm still waiting. For what? I've been waiting for a girl like you to come into my life. I've been waiting. Sorry, but this really does, because you guys have got no clue what also goes on in the background, so I'm just going to be blatantly honest. I do have this a lot. I've had Brittany and all you guys know, like, hounding me with goddamn, like, crop dust circles and God knows how much descriptive energy daily, until I had to block the email because there was no helping the person, even no matter how much I said that you need other stuff other than what I can offer you. I can't offer you anything else. You've got to get fucking physical, mental health issues help. I can't do that. So then it was like, okay, now I need to go to Patron and leave messages. Great, thanks for like joining Patron. I love it. But it's up to you. But like then sending me messages of like, hello love, I love you. Fuck no. Right? And then like, okay, so now I need to find every piece of other multimedia that you're on. It come up today. No, you're not getting on to any other piece of multimedia that I have. I cannot help you. You need a therapist. Yeah, you do. You need a therapist. Okay. But I don't think you're going to listen. I mean, what possesses some people, I don't know. But yeah, these are people in the background that are wondering why this Pisces is not paying them any fucking attention. You know, why is it that you turn your back on me? Why won't you connect with me? Yeah. But it can also be a general message of waiting for something. But if you've had your answer, you've had it already. Okay. If you haven't had your answer, then you're curious. Let's see. 14th until the 21st. Oh, God, it feels very strange fucking energy around you. Well, it could even be around Piscean energy here. Because the cards read, I'm going towards talking, waiting for you to reply. Waiting on your reply. Right? But I've had people also that are like a hell of a lot older than me. Trust me, a hell of a lot older than me. And people sending me private messages. I've got a connection with you from out of space. And this is me, like 40 years older than you. And I live on Mars. And I'm like, fuck, why do people keep like hounding me down? You know, I am not a saviour of the universe, and neither is anybody else. Seven of Swords, as I'm saying. Cancerian, life path 7, going towards a Pisces energy to 3. Okay. it's kind of like this, I want to run from you lot and I want to run to you. It's kind of like I want to run from all of my past mistakes and run towards someone here. It's like trying to escape energies to try and get out, but also try to get into something as well. But it's all focusing around here. These are energy. These are people. These are clients. These are people. They can be fucking absolutely anybody in life that you don't know who they are. You don't know who they are. They're just there. Someone does know here, but there's also energies that are all around this, of all going towards this three, of swarming it like a fucking plague. Right? Just like, right here. These can be clients. They can be clients, they can be people on YouTube, they can be fucking anywhere, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, fucking anything, man. Children, posting children up online. Like, why do people do that? I've got a YouTube channel with my kids all over it. But I'm a woman that watches tarot card readings that has got PTSD and lost my mind. No. Don't put anything spiritual on a channel made for kids, right? It's fucking barbaric, man. Here. So, what the fuck does this mean? Well, 7 of Swords can be a 7 of Cups, right? It means that I manifest things into my life, right? I've manifested an option in my life, and there it right is, right? It's right in front of me here, right? But it's more of that, should I stay, should I go? The possibilities of practicality. 7s can get like that, me being a 7 of Cups, right? You can be in a 7 of Cups, and you manifest an option, and it just comes from so above, so below, and it falls right beneath your wings, and it's like right here, right now, and it's there, right? But then a 7 energy can also then really start to think practically through a 7 of Pentacles, right? So it would think, okay, energy that comes towards me, what is good, what is bad, what are my options, what should I do and what shouldn't I do? And then it would also mean, okay, 7 of Cups can be like illusion and like feelings and emotions of a 7 of Cups, right? And I'm dreaming and I manifested something that come down for me as lessons of choices and so on and so forth, and direction, right? Of a direction to choose for myself, right? Then when someone can start to think of themselves more practically through like a 7 of Pentacles, then you would get like this, okay, now I need to start thinking practically of long-term goals, short-term goals, long-term goals, 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords, long-term goals, short-term goals, one step at a time, not a rush, nothing too quick, nothing too fast, nothing too slow. Just kind of like that equal balance of like something comes down as like a choice to make in life, and you have that choice and it's there, okay? And then a 7 energy here can start thinking more practically, okay? The possibilities, the practical actions, that all of the actions and the choices that need to be made to make something lasting, right? So then you can get an energy of like 7, right? Which can be like, okay, I'm being pulled in fucking 1,000 different directions at the moment. Okay, so now I need to start thinking about practical actions, about what that would be for the future, for things that are not really here, right? It could be like also like distance, because of 3 energies of waiting for that one thing that hasn't happened yet before I can make a decision about coming, going, or coming and staying, and then forever, or going. So it's kind of that energy of like the impossible mission of a mission, right? It can be like, you know, because everybody will always get the blame and say that this person's very deceptive, they lie, they cheat, they fucking run, they're a runner, they don't commit, they always try to get away from me, blah, 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 they're lying, they're cheating, they go outside of the relationship, so on and so forth, and the practical way that everybody's taught you all of the time. But being this 7 energy here, it is a lot about, like, if you're with someone you don't trust, then why the fuck would you? Because a 7 would be like, no, I don't trust you, bam, you're out, right? Straight up decision, I made it, no, nowhere near me, right? But 7 energy can also be, okay, so people will blame people for being human through the responses that they have built within their chart. Their chart makes them a certain way, just like a 9 makes you a 9, right? Makes you a Virgo, makes you a life path 9, makes you a 9, right? But all through your chart, that makes you who you are. So the energy of right and wrong and blaming and practicality and everything else to bring it down into fruition takes choices, right? 7 energies. So it means relation of all inclusive, all in, all out, right? Everything, right? All in, all out. So then you get this energy where your life paths would add up towards an energy of trying to make things, of choices of the right ones, through the energy of where there may not be a connection, but for that to make an everlasting connection, there needs to be that one thing that you had through your channeled stuff. The one thing that makes me a 9. To make that a 10 of the everlasting energy, to make it last, there needs to be energy of like an equilibrium of whether it be too fast or too quick, whether it's actual metaphysical, that there hasn't been a physical experience, because this can also mean like a 7 of cups, and there is no physical experience, but there is talking. So that can lead to a lot of like, well, I don't really know, and I can't really give you an answer either way, whether this is going to be everlasting love and everlasting rainbows and everything else, because of the energy that is here presented for a person of choice. That doesn't always necessarily meaning that they're choosing other people. It can mean the practicality that some, like, because I mean, I can give you loads of descriptive energy of what this is like being a life path number 7, right? So you would have that 7 of cups. I spoke about this in Taurus, but they never really had a 7 energy there, but it was there. It was about going through your chart and thinking more practically of what is presented for you as going towards it, right? But the energy can also be, okay, so now the manifestation has happened. I have a choice in life. What path do I want to go on and choose before I make a decision that this is going to be everlasting? Can't really give you that answer whether it's going to be everlasting, because there may not have been anything other than talking. And then some of you, there may not have even been talking and discussions right here, because this could also mean I have kids, I have children. So if a person has children and they have children, a person here would start to think, okay, so you have or I have children, so I need to know blah 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 because of my kids. And then the other person on the other end would kind of think, okay, well, I don't want to do anything that's wrong, okay, so I don't want to commit myself into something straight away really quickly before there's a practical action that leads to this card, right? Because it leads down to a path. It's a choice. It leads from one path to another one. And then when it goes into that path, you can't never discuss or go through what life would be like until you're in it. So a relationship can never really be discussed until there's a meeting halfway of being in it. Then when you're in it, when you're in that, that's where you start to make decisions. Because a lot of people in metaphysical land, this is like going on a dating website, and you're in a dating website, but you can't go dating. So you've not, because if you're on dating things, you go on a date, and then you see them on a Monday and a Tuesday and a Wednesday and Thursday, you go on a date, you have food, blah, 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 you do all this kind of thing, you do the okey pokey and you turn around, right? Once you've gone through all those kind of things, then people make those decisions of like, okay, this is a relationship, this is the kind of one that I want, I really got on really well with the person, we've been on multiple dates, great. But some of you, and the majority of tarot card people, they're all up in illusion of metaphysics, right? So they're kind of like, well, I don't even know this person, they're from outer space, but, right? But you never know what life is like or a box of chocolates is until you're right in the middle of the box of chocolates. Then you'll realise, what's it like to be in this box of chocolates, right? Sweaty, right? But like, what's it like to be in that? You don't know till you get in it. So no choices in life can ever really be made practically until you're in the relationship. Okay, so there has to be a meeting. So there's a waiting for an energy of to see how it goes, which is not putting expectations on things. Because when you attach an expectation of a great outcome, because you don't know what that outcome is, spiritual or fucking non-belief of energy of even the future reading of a tarot card reading, you ain't never going to know until the energy happens. Because then when it's happening, people will start to make different thoughts, feelings, and create them within their actual body and mind, soul, body, everything, you'll never really know what that is until you're inside the box of chocolates, until you're in the relationship. The relationship itself starts to test the time of it when in it, right? So you've got a lot of this ultimate shifting reality of like coming out of reality, and if one person isn't, the other person is starting to now think more practically. Okay, wise decisions, because it can also be because children are involved. There could be distance that's involved. There could be a long way to go. There might be a long way to wait before this happens. So the best thing, advice with it, well, it's in the cards as well, is not to put an expectation of a label. When you label something as, okay, we're boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, blah, 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 you're in that label, right? So in order for the expectation to not really turn out of how you think it is, that doesn't mean back away from it. It means go towards it, for sure, because it is. It means go towards it, but it means the advice is don't put that pressure on each other until this happens in the future, because it's not here. It's not here. It's all of a metaphysical action type sort of feeling, right? So to make that into the belief of 7, what we all go through from first house to the 7th house of relationship, which is where I have Taurus here. So this is where I'd start to think more practically. Okay, so I would start to think about all of the above of what that is like when in it. I would never make a decision. I would for a 7 of Cups of metaphysical, but then as an energy of Taurus up belief here, if you guys have got Taurus in the 7th house, right, for instance, I would start to feel, okay, so I ain't really going to be able to make that decision until I get all the way down from 1 to 7 here. I won't be able to make a choice over a relationship until I'm in it. So when you can have expectation, instead of letting each other down, okay, to hurt feelings, emotions, so on and so forth, this goes to everybody. You never know what you're going to get until you try, right? So you can try again. And if you failed constantly, then you need to give up, right? Honestly, if you've tried again, failed, tried again, failed, tried again, failed, tried again, failed, it's like trying to ring a number that's not answering it, right? So it can mean blocked, so on and so forth. It can mean I've tried and I've tried and I've tried and I've tried and I've tried, but they're still not changing or listening or blah, blah, blah. Maybe because some people don't actually want to. Doesn't have to mean anything spiritual. It can just mean that they don't want to, right? But when you get an energy of new, right, it can mean, okay, well, we'll see, right? We'll see, Lucy. We'll try, okay? We'll try. So it is there, but for some of you, it's different. It's slightly different because I can't quite pick up on everybody because there's multiple energies of life path 9s and Virgos and people that are connected into this dynamic of soul group, right? So what I've learned through my experience of many years of then ending up thinking practically through being this 7 that everybody is, because everybody wants to manifest from a 7 of Cups down into a relationship because that's what majority of people want. So even work and jobs, it still ends up being the same energy later, right? But to come together, like come together, Heather, but like to come together, the best thing is to not to put a label on life at all. Never put an expectation on it, because if one person gets let down, the other person will feel bad for letting the other person down. And that's vice versa. That goes both ways. Okay, that goes both ways. So instead of like, okay, we're going to put loads of expectations on this straight away, okay, and have all the expectations that everything is going to be rosy and Jim and the white picket fence and everything else, because of that, then you get this energy of like, well, we're going to have to think more practically and just see what happens, right? See what happens. Because this could also be like where you've gone on a dating website and you've met someone, okay, you've met them, but you actually haven't gone out on the date yet. It's coming up to the date, but you actually haven't got that date. It's like a nervous energy as well. It's like it's coming up to that court date. It's coming up to where I have to start a new job and a new life, and it's nerve-wracking, okay? and it's like doing the deed also for the first time. That's coming up. That's very nerve-wracking as well, right? It can be loads of energy that is nervous energies, because it could be like I said, a meeting, a chance, like a job interview, and it's nerve-wracking, and I don't know what the expectation is going to be. So I'd rather not think, yes, I'm 100% going to get this job no matter what happens. I am going to get this job 100%, and you go and it isn't meant to be, and they say no, and then you get let down, and then what do you have? Hurt feelings, hurt emotions. Then you can start to think, oh, well, I didn't want the fucking job anyway, right? So instead of believing all of this stuff is definitely meant to be and happen, the best thing to do is never ever put an expectation onto anything, because you put expectation onto someone to make them maybe second guess it and think, well, I don't really know 100%, because it's not 100, it's not 10, it's 7, right? So through your life and going through this energy, if this is like around a job and it never really seems to happen, but it's kind of like there, and you think, well, I don't know whether they're going to accept me or not, whether they're going to want me here or not, or whether I really fit in and belong here or not, or like, you know, do I really fit in the town or the country or the city that I live in? Is there like job opportunities for me here? And all of those kind of things, they're all can be going through someone's mind of like, okay, well, before this happens, because it's like a nervous energy as well, of an expectation of not wanting to let someone down, because it can be like, well, I can't commit fully, because then I've got to leave also, and then I've got to come and leave, but then also I can't really tell you until that happens, right? Very strange how some readings can be very different than others. I don't think I've ever really read like that, but it seems to have come up through a few. But one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. I know you've only had 4 cards. It's the same as what Taurus had in theirs. I'm going to do another 4 cards here and then clarify everything and give you every possibility of what it can be and what it may not be also, right? Also what's going through people's heads and their minds and their thoughts and their feelings, basically, because it'll be in the reading. Okay? So, yeah, true intentions and stuff like that. So if you want to join, you can. It's the full access bundle only. Okay, if you are a member, just follow the app. If you're not a member and you want to join, there's a video that explains it all first below. If you want a personal reading, there's an email, there's everything is provided below. You just need to go in the show more section. But these and many others are on the show more on the full access bundle only. Okay, through the weeks, they're only on there. If you want to join, it helps out the channel. Any like, share, comment, subscription really helps out the channel. Let's see what this is going to mean for you through, I mean, it's only a week. It's only a week reading, right? But it depends on what you believe in within time, okay? So thanks very much, Virgo. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you on the other side.